It ain't kinda close. Muhammad with the rope, but dope got money goes. Check the wrist flex, we on a different time. I don't eat seafood, got bigger fish to fry. Grind over sleep.
Yo, you know who it is, people. It's yours truly, Tay Wiz, of course, coming live and direct from the man cave as usual. First and foremost, let's get right into it. My NBA power rankings coming in at number 10. The Sacramento Kings. They 6-4. The reason I chose this team, the young Marvin Bagley III, who plays under the basket, get rebounds, put them back in. He showed that aggression. Willie Cauley-Stein, another guy, long and athletic, is going to get down the floor, but they got to be more aggressive too at the same time. De'Aaron Fox is coming to his own. I love it when I see him from that young point guard. Buddy Hield, been showing that he can score from outside. He's been doing this since he was in Oklahoma, but he did it in New Orleans Pelicans, and he got traded over to Sacramento. I feel like he's more of himself. They got a young nucleus. This is one of their best starts probably since 2008 or something like that. But you're looking at it as where this team can get more. At the same time, if they can get guys like a Harry Giles going, you can get Justin Jackson going, the Frank Masons. If you get them guys going, this team has some pieces. But the same part, it's all in here. It's mental. They got to put some of that other stuff away. So you know what? Mentally, we can beat this team. Don't go in on that note like, yo, I don't think we got it. Whatever you're doing right now, come with that same intensity. And I'm like what I'm seeing from them. Number 9, the 76ers at their record at 6-5. And the reason I chose them, because this team is better than a number 9 seed in my power rankings. This team has what it takes to make it to the next level. This team is still missing some pieces. Like I said, wait until they get back Wilson Chandler. He played at Denver last year. He averaged almost 17 points per. And the one thing about Wilson Chandler that you're missing, he does defend. So you get another defender out there in case Robert Covington go down. You can insert Wilson Chandler into your lineup and you get different things. He's bringing that dynamic to the team. And you know what I'm saying? And you know for a fact, we know that Wilson can't shoot the ball, Ben Simmons. But at the same time, if you get Wilson Chandler there, it takes some of that pressure off of him to shoot some of those jump shots. We know Ben Simmons can drive to know. Is he 6'9", 6'10"? Easy buckets. Sky's limit for this team. Number 8, I picked the Boston Celtics. The reason I chose them, this team is better than this 6-3 record. This Boston Celtics team could have easily be, like I said, 8-1 or 9-0. And the reason I'm saying that because once Kyrie Irving got that haircut, he's been playing a little bit different, playing a little bit better. He's more efficient on the offensive end. Before the haircut, Kyrie Irving was getting off to a terrible season. He was having some terrible shooting nights. You know, that's expected of certain players. When you're a superstar like that, you every now and then you need to have a bad shooting night, but you can't have 3 or 4 of them like that early in the season. You got to get it going, young fella. I'm looking at it as where Gordon Hayward said he feel like a Celtic now. He feel like his legs is coming under him now. Because you look at where he had that bad ankle injury. You could tell the first couple of games of the season, he wasn't that confident in himself. By me going to the Charlotte Hornets and the Boston Celtics games when they was playing at Chapel Hill, I was seeing the way he was moving out there. Like I said, I don't watch basketball. I look at different parts of the game, how the team lose and what's the difference. I'm looking at Gordon Hayward. The confidence wasn't there at first in the preseason games. The first couple of regular season games, the confidence wasn't there. As the season going, the confidence is going to build up and build up for him, and he's going to take off. Coming in at number 7, I got the San Antonio Spurs at 6-3. We know they're missing the key piece at their point guard spot with DeJounte Murray, who tore the MCL. We wish him to a speedy recovery. Hopefully, see him back next year. I'm looking at where the key addition, DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan fit in and meshed well with the Greg Popovich system. Easily. Popovich put him in the best position on the floor to make the best play for the team or for himself as well. And you're looking at where the person who's benefited from this the most. I'm looking at Rudy Gay. I've been watching him a little bit closely. His numbers been going up a little bit. They getting more out of him. Like I said, he's a 6'9" wingman. Should defend him more. He's actually running the floor with everybody else, getting better looks for an opportunity to score. Because this team can be a dangerous team. The Spurs team is always a dangerous. You never can count them out because you don't know what Spurs team you're going to get in the playoffs that is. So when you get that going, and LaMarcus Aldridge need to play a little bit more aggressive. This is the reason I chose them at number 7. Number 6, the Indiana Pacers. The reason I chose Indy, Victor Oladipo, the most improved player of the year. I picked that guy to be the most improved player of the year last year. This is a nice young team. And small market city, and people are sleeping on them. Look at Victor Oladipo, a Miles Turner, a Domantas Sabonis. You're looking at this young team. This young team can shock a lot of guys. This team almost put the Cavaliers out the playoffs in the first round. They forced the Cavaliers to a Game 7. This team let you know we can run with the Celtics. We can run with the Raptors. We are here to stay. But the whole thing about this young team, I'm gonna say this about the Pacers. We know they can score, but sometimes they lack defense mentality. Sometimes they take some plays off on defense. You can't do that. It's a no-no. You gotta go hard or go home. And before I get off this, before I go to the next team at number 6 about the Pacers, Victor Oladipo was in Orlando. No veteran there to show him the ropes how to be an NBA professional. He goes to and get traded to OKC, play with Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook showed him how to do this and that. He changed his eating habit. The way he probably slept. He looks like a different player. And on top of that, he's back playing where he played at for 4 or 3 years in college at Indiana. It's a familiar place for him. He feel like he's home. Kudos to them. That Pacers team is a team we reckon with. Come in number 5, the Portland Trailblazers. And people sleep on this Trailblazer team. This is strong. This is a good case on number 5. This young team right here probably arguably got the second best backcourt in the league behind Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard can get hot like anyone else coming into these power rankings. This team is very dangerous. Like I said, Miles Leonard last night with 15 and 12 off the bench. You still got Nick. You still got Al-Farouq Amino, who's still gonna give you buckets. You got the Joker on their team, the center, walking triple double. This guy can get buckets from anywhere on the floor. This guy can give you 12 points, 15 rebounds with 13 assists, and they can still walk away with the W. This Portland Trailblazers team is very deep, and they quietly deep. And they can make a run in them playoffs if they stay there. And you know what I'm saying? When you got 2 of them young guys, when I look at the Portland Trailblazers in the backcourt, it's always overlooked. They get the ESPN runs. Damian did this. CJ McCollum did this. But when it's time to come vote for that All-Star game, it's kind of hard because the West is so stacked and full of great guards over there. It's going to be hard to make an All-Star team. And Damian Lillard will be an All-Star this year again. Just watch. All you got to do is keep doing what he's doing. The record shows for itself. Coming in surprising, number 4, the Denver Nuggets. Number 4, kudos to that coaching staff. Brandon Malone. Now you looking at that lineup. You looking at that lineup. And one thing I like about the Denver Nuggets, if you look at their stat sheet, any given night, it's about 3 guys. 2 of the guys gonna have 20 points in the starting rotation. And they got another one off the bench coming in and get 20. And remember, this team is doing all of this with no Willie Barton, their main player, that they use and go and run an offense through. You're looking at where this team is putting the pieces together. This team is 8-1. The center. You're looking at Gary Harris. You're looking at Jamal Murray. You're looking at this young team, feisty. And the one thing I'm going to say about this Denver Nuggets team, they're young, they're energetic. Like I said, you got to get that NBA League Pass and watch them on Altitude TV. They playing 5,280 feet above sea level. Teams have to come there a day before or 2 days before so they can get used to breathing the air. Because you're not going to beat a team that is running on their home floor like that. And let's give kudos. They have a veteran in their team. His name is Paul Millsap that played for the Denver Nuggets. This team of the Denver Nuggets is quietly, fundamentally sound. Like I said, got a veteran who played on teams that won 60 games. He been on these teams. He played for the Utah Jazz. He knows what it's like to be in the playoffs. This Denver Nuggets team is making a push and putting the league on notice. You need to get a couple of games aired on ESPN, make some TV arrangements or something through them channels. If you don't have a league pass, like he's suggesting to people, get it. This Denver Nuggets team is fun to watch. Point blank, period. And the coach of the year, they keep this up. Brendan Malone may be coach of the year with this. Number 3 in my power rankings, the Milwaukee Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks, 8-1. This is their best start since the Big O, Oscar Robertson, Lou Alcindor, a.k.a. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And right now, Giannis Antetokounmpo is on MVP status. Right now. He's putting the league on notice. The Freak, the Greek. His own signature shoe should be coming out within months to come. He's getting his first signature shoe with Nike. A lot of people don't know that out there. I'm giving y'all information today. That's food for thought. This young fella right here is very, very sound to the game. He brings it every night. Every night. Milwaukee Bucks. If you look at Malcolm Brogdon, Chris Middleton, Eric Bledsoe, Lopez, Tony Snell, Ersan Ilyasova, Delhi. This team get buckets. This team may have one of the deepest benches in the league. They get it done. That's who's coming at number 2 in my power rankings. You already know who number 2. I'm going to say number 2. Number 3 in my power rankings is the Milwaukee Bucks. Number 2 in my power rankings, Toronto Raptors. Kawhi Leonard comes over there. Danny Green come over here. And the reason why they winning, let's be honest, that coach that go over there, Nick Nurse, could be easily up for coach of the year. He put Valanciunas on the bench. He said, you know what? We're going to go Serge in the middle. We're going to go Siakam. We're going to go Kawhi Leonard, Danny Green, and Kyle Lowry. And the reason you bring Valanciunas on the bench, Valanciunas still give you a double-double off the bench. Serge Ibaka is balling. He's playing. When you have both them guys that are together, Valanciunas and Ibaka, I thought they was just running to each other because they played at the same position. You can't play with two bigs that control the paint. There's enough balls for them and rebounds. So Nick Nurse, you know what? I'm bringing Valanciunas on the bench and running with the second unit with Van Fleet and them guys and Norman Powell. And look at their record. 9-1. And only 2 I'm gonna piggyback on this. I'm gonna say about that Raptors team. Kawhi Leonard and Danny Green has won championships, so they give them guys championship admirations to go and prove them that they can compete with anybody on the next level. And all everybody's saying that Boston may win the East or this. I'm letting you know, man. That Raptors team with C.J. Miles and guys and Darrell Wright, this team right here may be the team everybody to go through to the East. Kawhi Leonard, another guy who's playing at MVP type level. So that's the reason why I chose him at number 2. Number 1, you already know who number 1 is. People are like, who's number 1? Number 1 is the defending champions, the Golden State Warriors. Warriors. Although people hate hearing that, I do too. But at the end of the day, if you're a basketball fan like myself, the shooting display that Steph Curry's been putting on right now, Steph Curry might be a clear-cut MVP. Steph Curry is shooting 5 threes per game. 5. He's out. I think he's at 55 3-pointers. He made more 3-pointers than almost every team in the NBA. This guy has the ultimate green light. And the one thing I'm gonna give, and people don't ever give him credit, I'm gonna give Steph Curry the credit. That basketball that he's shooting with, he's been shooting with that basketball probably since he was 8 to 10 years old. Everybody know his dad, Dale Curry, played in the NBA. He's been playing with that same ball since he was 8 to 10 years old. And there's nothing but he picked that ball up. That ball is going to fly his hand every time. It's easy. Klay Thompson the same way. His dad played in the NBA. Michael Thompson, who plays for some Showtime Lakers. And you look at this word, same guy. having the ball in their hands between the ages of 8 to 10 years old. It's nothing for kids who parents play in the NBA and they used to this ball. Sky's the limit for this team. It's, like I said before, Boogie's already in practice mode. We don't know when he's going to make that season debut, but whoever he is, so these teams in the league have fun preparing for a 5-headed monster. At first, was 4, now it's 5. Because Draymond Green, keep telling people this. You don't need Draymond Green to give you 10 points. Draymond Green can give you 4 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals, a block, and a technical foul. And damn it, he gonna put his work in. This Warriors team is fundamentally sound. Steve Kerr. Some people say he's not coaching. He is coaching. You just don't see the clipboard. Every time they call a timeout, Steve is drawing up plays. Tell them to take their time. And the one thing I like about this Warriors team, that everybody get a piece of the pie. Even the players on the bench get a piece of that pie. I don't even call it crumbs, because players on the bench come in and do the same thing, same production. But at the same time, the bench do need to get stronger. They do need to get stronger. That's the reason I chose the number 1 in my power rankings. Like I said, recap.